What's going on, guys? It's heavy. So, went to Airsoft Station today, picked up this guy. It's the M203 type grenade launcher. It's by S&T Airsoft Guns, S&T Armament. This is the underbarrel model. There's the short and long version. This is the long version, I believe. We'll crack her open, find out. Typical logos. This is the lightweight version, so the long. You guys can see that right there. So we get the long version, M203 grenade launcher, lightweight version, which means this isn't all polymer one. Crack her open. I have already opened this, so it's kind of a secondary unboxing. This is the barrel mount for the front of the grenade launcher. Goes right here. I removed that because with the application I'm going to be doing, it doesn't quite work. We do have a Picatinny segment right here that will work just fine. To open it, depress here, insert your grenade, 40 mic, master mic, whatever you want to throw in there. There's a safety built in, so I'll slide that out of the way. This piece I'll show you at a later date when it's actually installed. So this is the safety right here. This prevents the trigger from firing all the way. This is typically where I'm going to keep it when I'm out running it. I'm only going to run this during big games. So that's full safety, that's fire. So you can see just a slight bit of trigger pull. I did get this one at a discount. It is damaged. This is why I'm making this video. I'm going to show you how to fix when the slide catch breaks. Now this isn't exactly a tried and true fix. This is kind of going to be rigging it up. I should not be able to do this. This is the problem. So make sure that slides back in, locks, still fires. One nice part about this being separated like this is you actually can see the firing mechanism. So this is part of the extracting process. This right here will grab onto the lip of the grenade. This is your firing pin. Let's see if we can show you. I'll put that back in. Barely moves. Barely moves. Game time. So we're going to slide that back away. This part is the part we're going to be working on in this video. So what we're going to do is I've already kind of looked at this, seen how everything works. So as this slides, this part right here is supposed to catch on a little lip, which is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Dremel. Nicely, there's a hole right here, or divot, that I can take my Dremel, drill a pilot through. I'm going to take this wood screw. I'm going to end up trimming it down. I'm going to put this right here with this tip cut off, and I'm going to try to sand off these edges so it's not too damaging on the piece. And this is going to go down and stop this from sliding out, just like so. So before I get into that, go a little more in depth on this. So this piece right here does remove with these two bolts. They are Allen's. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I just have a multi-tool that I use. There are these adapters for M4s and AKs that you can bolt into place, and you use that with this piece to make it fit to the barrel really nicely. So I'm going to set this aside. Set that right there. Now this box does come with typical instructions, how to use them, Rail Systems, S&T, and M4 Sportline Avengers Airsoft M4, which I'm guessing is the S&T versions of the weapons it can be used with. It does go a little more in-depth, shows you everything on how to open it, work on it, install it on a weapon without a rail, install it on a weapon with a rail, or I should say airsoft rifle, not weapon. So this is it. Now I have already removed the orange ring right here. Just a little peg in the plastic right here. Punched it out with a little punch, then took a flathead screwdriver, popped right off. There's no glue, no adhesives, nice cleaner look. It also does have an inside lip on that ring in here. It does kind of make the BBs bounce a little funny. We did a test fire with a master mic and I was kind of skeptical with it, which is why I didn't want to go with the long barrel one, because it was just, it's going to constrict it. Well, we did the test fire with the master mic and still got a huge spread in the test firing at Airsoft Station in Lake Elmo, Minnesota. Really cool. The guys there are really helpful. A lot of the guys are very knowledgeable. They have their techs on site, so if you need tech work done, you can get it done. They do tend to get a little backed up because they're really the only airsoft place in the area that does tech work and maintenance and stuff like that, and they're very helpful, very knowledgeable about what they do. Let's get cracking on this guy. So what I'm going to do first is going to remove the barrel from the firing unit, set that over here. Now I'm going to grab my Dremel, which I have a couple bits I'll show you here before I install them on the Dremel. So this is not your super expensive, super high-end Dremel. This is just a Harbor Freight Dremel, so I apologize for that sound too. So this is the one I'm primarily going to be using to drive down into. I did match up the circumference. It's just a tad bigger, literally like half a millimeter difference, not even. And then I'm going to use this at the top of it to kind of countersink the top end. Because this is a wood screw, it does have this tapered top. So wood screw with plastic. Only reason I'm using it with the plastic is I know it's going to have a better bite. It's going to sit in there real tight. It's not going to want to leave. I am going to use some of this super glue to hold it in place as well after I do file off these edges down at the bottom that's going to be poking out. So if I take this, I see I only need till about the third ring on the screw. So that's where I will take it and taper off. I'll do that off camera. So let's get cracking. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Now you can see that there is a hole all the way through. Take the screwdriver, Nice test fit through it. And like I said, it needs that taper through there. I apologize for that background noise. My neighbor decided to start their vehicle outside, and it is burning hot in this room. I'm on fire, Bobby. It's hot. So we will then take that bit off. I kind of have two options for this. I really don't want to use one of them. I know it's gonna go kind of funky on what I need to do. Kind of want to try to use this round bit and freehand it through there, but we'll see. Just take me another second here. I hope you guys are enjoying the music while I'm doing the dremeling. That should be enough to get her down through, and hopefully the taper is enough so that this will sit almost flush. Doesn't have to be perfect. This part doesn't sit under anything super necessary. So now we get to take a nice look at this. That was just about right with, if you look, I said I wanted to stop at the third ring. There's the third ring. So I want to take it off right there. So we'll take this back out again. That's looking real nice there. I'm going to take this, got to clean this up down here at the bottom. So got that nice and warm. Take my knife. Now I'm just going to use this knife, cutting away from me, to trim off all that excess. Now we have a nice clean area for underneath. So I will catch you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so like I said, me taking that wood screw, trimming it down. Did round off the edges down here. Not great, but took off a lot of that. Did take a couple times, taking this, making sure that I wasn't quite going to hit the barrel of this. So now all we have to do, see if I can do this, pop that guy on there. That nice and tight. There we go. Now before, since this was broken, this would slide all the way out. So now, when I mount this on my weapon for the Giant Airsoft game coming here in May, I will have a fully functioning grenade launcher M203. So let me know in the description. Thinking about running the Master Mic, which would be pretty much a decimate all. not quite as brutal and, well, let's face it, evil as the 40 mic. It's more of its gentle baby brother, to put it that way. Again, thanks again to the guys at Airsoft Station. Worked on a couple builds now with them. What I'll do right now is I will loosen these guys up. I already did remove my foregrip on the airsoft rifle that I will be using this with. Just gonna tilt you guys up here a touch. Don't mind that. Now this is my Echo One SCAR that Scott at Airsoft Station helped me piece together. The ASG compensator end, the EOTech sight, and then we have the Firefield laser and light combo. So all it takes to mount this on here is get it aligned just right. What you want to do is this tab right here, you want to have it rest in your mag well. And the only difference between the long barrel and the short barrel really is this little probably 4 or 5 inch section. Well, there we go, boys and girls. That is what we're going to be working with. Nicely opens, nicely closes. Interesting. BB just fell out of the barrel. Pretty sure I cleared it at one point. Now this isn't like your standard 203 where when you cock it back it automatically cocks it. This is always going to fire. But that's where I'll have it while I'm running with it. It does give this thing a substantially heavier weight to the weapon, or the airsoft gun. This one already has a lot of weight to it. I've done a couple modifications to the sling point so I can still run a single sling on it, but this one's really easy to get off. So when I don't want to run this, just simply grab this and pop it back on. So thanks everyone for watching. Let me know what you guys want me to use for grenades. If I should just get the standard 100 round single burst that pops out like a shotgun blast, or if I should use the Master Mic, or if you guys have any other opinions, let me know. So again, not a bad little product. Purchased it knowing it was a little damaged, but all in all, not sad about it. Still a great product. I'll be doing a teardown of an M4 gearbox, do a spring change. I've already done some modifications on that one. I will bring that one up right now to show you. That one's a little bit bigger, a little beefier. Originally did a DMR build for this. There's a Colt M4. But she is currently sitting at 450 FPS. It's the Colt KeyMod long version. Swiss Arms illuminated scope. It's got the Picatinny on the top. I have to put a spring back in this guy to bring it back down to 400 FPS. I've already done pretty much everything else inside of it. Longer tight bore barrel. It's a 550 length barrel, so literally that barrel comes from here all the way to here into this faux suppressor. Did have to put a barrel stabilizer in here because this thing was bouncing around pretty good. Did give a curve to the bullet or the BB while I was shooting it. These are adjustable stocks, folding. I will be putting either this guy on it. This is maybe something I will run at the Giant Airsoft game as a support weapon. QRS stock on it. I can fit 374 LiPo battery sticks like this guy in here. I can fit the Nunchuck 11.7. I can also fit 2 of these and one of the big stick 11.7, so I can fit 3 of these batteries in here. Never have to sit and run back. The only thing I'll ever do is run out of ammo. This one is semi-locked at the moment, so literally I can have it here on full auto and it'll still only fire 1 round a second. Other than that, this one's pretty plain Jane. I'll go through a couple more things. I've got my pistols back there. I did do a build on that, which is my daughter's gun. She wanted a pink and black M4. I happen to have that Vulcan, which is a Mod L. It's basic run-of-the-mill shell, but everything inside of it is not factory. I've done the piston, I've done the spring, I've done the motor, pop-up, barrel, bucking, everything in that thing. That thing's got everything you can pretty much do to change out. I even changed out the gears on that one. So that is something I can do a full teardown if you guys want to see it. I do got a couple of reviews to do. I've got the G&G Combat Machine. I've got the Lancer Tactical AK and a few other things. So kind of a nice little view down that M4 for the outro. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one.